niggas want the recipe, I said it's all grind. Had to go through in the rain to watch the day shine. This testimony taking faith, my glory go to God. Said I'ma keep this pace, I ain't racing this marathon. Package up in my carry-on, smooth, super shy vibe. Sit back and play it cool while we vibe out. Sit and taste this food, have a drinking good time. But we all living fast, but we gon' die fly. We gon' die fly. Do say in my cup on this one. Chef. It's Malachi. It's Malachi. It's Malachi.
Hey. This one crazy. This one feel like hitting the buzzer beater or something. Championship game. Dream team. Feeling better than I ever been. Cairo in his bag, this beat is heaven sent. Back up in my enemy.
Look like Chef Linda gonna be outside with me. I can be today. We had to stop back through the airport. Good morning. It's Saturday. It's been a good long week. Sunday, got back into town about 1 o'clock from doing the vacation services out in New Roads. Monday, I was right back with it with another in-service for a group of 3 ladies who were here in town. I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday breakfast and dinner for them, so it was a great time. Back Monday morning, straight at 7 a.m. had to be with them. So it's been a good long week, and today is game day. I have an 8-person. I'm doing a 5-course meal for them today. So just at the grocery store, about to do some last-minute shopping before I go home and do some prep. I'm gonna try things a little different today, only because I know this group. They're more so just worried about the food and everything. So I'm gonna do a lot of prep at home today. So when I get there, it's just straight mise en place, and it's gonna be straight like restaurant, just knocking things out. Because I know it's not gonna be much of a show today, so that's gonna be kind of good. This week has been very interesting. This week has been a lot of mental things going on. There's been a lot of self-worth this week, not only just with myself, but with the people around me, especially in the household with Jay. She was going through some self-worth things. She got she got a new business coach that she's been working with, and so they've really been digging down into her business. And so, it's self-worth, man. Like people always say your prices are prices, or I don't chase, I attract, but you have to really live that life. And a lot of people say things, but they don't really live it, and you have to have value in yourself. You have to have value in your work, like when I say a price, I really believe what my price is, and I've struggled with that. I've struggled every time I've had to raise my prices. I get told all the time I need to raise my prices some more, and it's always having to making sure you bring the value in what you charge, and also it's self-worth also in saying the word no. I had to say no to a group this week. It was a group of 25 people coming in and say it was a black business that's coming into town. They're doing like a little, community retreat, going different places. One of the places they're having brunch at like Studio B. Like, it's a great opportunity, but the money didn't align. And I know sometimes I talk about, taking jobs that aren't necessarily money jobs, but sometimes jobs have to be worth the money, and especially if the upside doesn't really correlate to, not having the money. Like the job I did with the Winn-Dixie, like the opportunity of creating connections outweighed the money. This here, yes, the connections, but it's 25 people, different places, a lot of logistics that going on with that, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I had to say no. So now I'm passing it on to someone, And it just is what it is. You know, it's power in the word no. I've said no to a lot of jobs. I get hit up for a lot of times for restaurants wanting chefs or opportunities, and it's like, no, you know. And it's hard sometimes saying those word no's, because then I have like that buyer's remorse. You know, it's like, did I really do the right thing in saying no? You know, was that really the best thing? I remember I had opportunity with a well-known basketball player to be their private chef for himself and his family, and it would have been a great gig, 6 days a week. That person is very well known, very tapped in, so just having that person on my resume would have been astonishing. But in my gut, it wasn't right. It wasn't a good, I felt it wasn't being a good fit. And I talked to the previous chef. I knew a friend, one of the friends of mine actually knew who the previous chef was. I spoke with her, and a lot of things in which I felt would have gone wrong were the exact reasons why she left the position. And it's like, man, like, you really got to understand your gut sometimes, because your gut knows, you know. It's just that intuition, and your gut always knows. I really think that word no has tremendous value. It shows restraint, it shows discipline, it shows dedication to oneself, and it shows respect for oneself also, because, you know, if we really live by that mantra, I don't chase, I attract, then using that word no is justifiable. A lot of times in the beginning, when I first began this, I would chase jobs. Anytime someone would hit me up about opportunities, I'm out there, I'm doing it, and I end up being in a lot of bad business deals. And not bad business deals per like the business deal was bad. It was either I overextended myself, doing too much with the, you know, sometime for the jobs, and it just didn't end up being a great return. You know how sometimes you can do a service and you give your all, you do everything, but the money just like, man, like that was even a waste of time, or even dealing with the clientele itself, because not all the clients are always great, you know. And your prices determine your clientele. Your prices determine your clientele. Okay? And I was told that early on, and I truly live by that. And I tell people that all the time. Your prices determine your clientele, right? There's a difference between Dollar General and Walmart clients than it is Target, than it is Dillard's, than it is Louis Vuitton, right? So pretty much what it is. But you also, your prices, you have to bring value to your price also, right? I've seen chefs out there that, you know, they do their thing. I've seen what they charge, and it's like, okay, you know, that's your price. I have my price, you know, and it just is what it is. The pricing and all this stuff, you know, that's another thing. If you ever have questions about pricing, I'm always open. I don't mind talking about it. But also, Chef Bougie Eats, right? If you follow her on Instagram, she has a great pricing course. I've been taking her dessert classes and things like that, because, you know, that's the next thing I feel like I need to add value to. Because, you know, I'm a Southern guy. I do, and I love Southern desserts. And I know for me to go to the next level, you know, I have to take my game. It's always about education. I'm always doing educational courses. And desserts are, you know, next thing I need to tackle. So she has great courses, chocolates, pastries, plating design, but she also just came out with this new one on how to price your services. So that's a great one right there. Chef Malachi, when it hit him up yesterday, I got all the supplies. He gave me the answer and the truth. I'm telling y'all, his seasoning is by far the best. People always talk about, you know, Cajun blend season. These seasonings here, I'm telling you, the all-purpose one he has is amazing. He gave me 6 pounds. You know, I was talking to the chef, and I posted on Instagram. He's like, man, how long that's gonna last you? And I said, this may last me about 3-4 months. He was like, dang, you using that much in the food? It's like, nah, like I cook that much. You know, like this is how long it's gonna last me, and I'm gonna have to re-up again. So it's just, you know, Chef Malachi, those seasonings are top. I've gone to places and people are like, hey, what you doing with that bag right there? Like, what's in that? And I'm like, this that sauce. This is what it is right here. And they're like, hey, where can I get some? And I'm like, I mean, you can hit them up. Or I could, I'll sell this bag off of it. You feel like a little drug dealer almost, but hey, I got this little bag right here. I sell it off of it, and people buy the bags off me. So now I'm always trying to support my people, especially when their services and what they provide is spectacular and top tier. And so hit Chef Malachi up on Instagram. Go buy chow, beg him for the season. He gonna tax you because it's worth it. But hey, you gonna have the best of the best. So I got to get in here and I got to go grocery shopping, man. We got to get ready for the day. It's Masters also. With Tiger out there doing his thing. So I got to make sure I plan my day out so I have time to watch the little Masters. But I'm going to go ahead and get everything done. Starbucks is ready. Catch up with y'all later.
Juice box. Junkie juice box. Mother lover, you gon' love this. Graduated from a rebel to a revolutionary in my area, they love this. I'm a wreck it like I'm revving the engine. Heaven's ascension, every dimension. Give me attention. Look at my soul, look at my heart, look at my hope. Got the world on my back, but I carry it though. Tell them God got my hand, I ain't letting it go.
So I got my steaks going, prepping them for tonight. Got them in the sous vide bag here, right? Going to put them in the sous vide for tonight. I love using this sous vide machine because it makes things so much easier, and you just incorporate so much flavor into things, and you get things at the perfect temp, especially steaks. I love doing steaks in there. They do steaks just come out so perfect. You can get them to a nice medium rare, and you can finish them on the stove and it just sear them off, or the grill. It just makes things so much the taste that they do. I remember Chris and I, we had a 16-person dinner, and we actually put the steaks outside in like a big old cooler. I didn't have anything big enough to hold it, so cooler outside, ice chest full of water, had the sous vide machine. I mean, hey, you gotta make it work. You gotta make it work, right? So we got the steaks going down in the sous vide machine. Yes, these things are going to be amazing later on. Doing a surf and turf dinner tonight. So I'm doing surf and turf completely all the way through, from second course all the way second, third, and fourth course. Just a nice surf and turf inspired. Doing a lamb and shrimp gumbo. Lamb and shrimp gumbo. And we're going to do crab cakes with the filet mignon on top, sliced nice and thin, and do a Cajun beurre blanc sauce. So it's going to be just nice and tonight we're going to do some Zap potato chips with some creme fraiche and caviar. I'm going to smoke the creme fraiche with a little chives on top. Doing a pickled strawberry salad with smoked pecans, creme fraiche with a champagne vinaigrette. Next, we're going to do oyster Rockefeller, but we're going to use a little Mornay sauce, shrimp, bacon, and we're using collard greens instead of regular greens that they use. Then we're going to go to a shrimp and lamb gumbo. So the night theme is surf and turf, so I'm kind of using that all the way throughout. And then main entree is going to be a huge lump crab cake with a collard green and mushroom. Gonna do some steak. We got some filet mignon, and gonna do a Cajun beurre blanc sauce on top of that. And for fourth course, for dessert, I am doing a sugarcane pecan pie, smoked ice cream, a little creme fraiche on top. It's gonna be an amazing dinner. I'll show y'all a little in between when I get going. Check out one of my good friends here. My sous chef for tonight.
Hey. This
That's
is crazy.
really
Hitting the buzzer beater or something. Championship game. Dream team. feeling better than I ever been. Cairo in his bag, this beat is heaven sent. Back up in my element, new whip, trunk up in the front, I whip an elephant. It's all limo tint, that's how you move when you the president. You S and off stream, treat him like my last name. Disrespecting, you just signed a check for a long day. Appetizer rappers, you will never be an entree. Really, you a condiment, and I hope y'all follow this. Crazy how people with the most money lack the common sense. Batman over Gotham, how I'm over shit. Running this game, now they finally noticing. Hear us on TV like, damn, yup, I know that's them. Just had to pay the dues. Now I feel like we could never lose. But it's us against the world. Now we finally got the tools. Watch a few years later, turn a puddle to a pool. We just gotta keep it hot to keep the family living cool. All we do is win like a size dad. I just bought my mom a Louis V bag. I just took little bro to BB Simons. Finna put my fam on the island, that's off one check. But I can't get reckless. The next ones I'm investing. Tasted broke once, I don't want no seconds. Living in the moment, but still planning for the future. I'm just blessed to live my dreams. Modern day Martin Luther, I'm a trooper. Gotta stand for something.
Ooh, it is now time to plate. This is where the dinner gets very serious, right? This is where I go into complete chef mode. It's all about presentation, details, and making sure everything comes together right here, right? So I just put down the creme fraiche. The salads are in like a crescent moon shape, so it just opens up, right? And so when I put it down at the table, put the creme fraiche towards them, so they have this beautiful salad that just opens up to them, right? Right here, I'm going down with the pickled strawberries. So what I do is I get some red wine, water, and sugar. I let the sugar dissolve with the heat, and then I let it cool down. Slice the strawberries down to just nice fork-sized pieces, and then pour the liquid over the strawberries, and then let them do their thing. So quick pickle, right? Use these Louisiana strawberries. They're big, they're juicy, they're sweet. So whenever you bite them to them, you get this sweetness and this pickleness, and it is so great. Y'all, that's Ruby to my right. Best sous chef ever. I never have to clean the floor when I go here, right? Love her to death. Next up is our candied spiced pecans. So what I do, I get some brown sugar, some other spices. I believe they use some coriander, some cumin, maybe some Cajun spices, just to give it a little flair. Toast the spices off, and then I toast the pecans off in the spices to give it a nice crunch element to the salad, and also just some different flavors to be able to use. Now I use some fresh cracked pepper. Shake that right over the creme fraiche. And when you put it over the creme fraiche with that black pepper, it just gives a little sparkle on the plate. But also, as they are eating the salad and they drag their salad through the creme fraiche, it just gives it just an extra tanginess with that creme fraiche. Now, from some fresh Parmigiano on top. No salad is ever not worthy of Parmesan. I mean, who doesn't go to Olive Garden and get all that fresh Parmesan on everything, right? Now moving on to the second course of the evening, the oyster Rockefellers made with collard greens. you know, down here in the South, you know, we got them collard greens. So I'm always trying to use seasonal items. And these collard greens, they was looking so beautiful in the grocery store, so I just had to use them. Now, normally oyster Rockefeller is made with like spinach or something like that, but I use these collard greens, man, and they are a great substitute. Start off with a little Mornay sauce, so white roux, heavy cream, and I use some Gruyere cheese. Make a nice thick sauce. Throw the collard greens in there, and I seared off the shrimp earlier with some of Chef Malachi's The Answer seasoning. And as you saw, them things was grilling on the grill. You know what I'm saying? The griller was grilling. And now I just come with a little squeeze of a lemon just to give a little acidity. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna top them things off with a little more Parmigiano. Now, there's no real way to make these things look pretty on a plate. It just is what it is, right? You just gonna get this food. Find something better and holler at me. Next course, we have lamb gumbo. Now, I'm telling y'all, don't knock it before you try it, right? So I use a full lamb shank. I use a rack of lamb. I cut the loin off with little pieces of meat. I let that shank just stew down while in the broth, man. When I say ooh, it was so good, man. I was a little jealous because I didn't have much left over, and Kanisha got my only leftovers. Right, here we go with a little Cajun beurre blanc sauce. Get your andouille sausage, your crawfish and thyme, put that in a saucepan, let it get fragrant, and then you're going to fold in some cold butter. It makes this beautiful Cajun sauce. Add in a little hot sauce for a little heat element, and man, it is so good. All right, so now next course, main entree time. Coming down with the crab cakes, man. The crab cake recipe, I would tell you, but I ain't gonna tell you. If you watch my Instagram, I've showed you my crab cake recipe. Next, gonna put down that collard green and mushroom mixture. And now I'm going to lay down those beautifully seared off steaks. I went back and I put them bad boys on the grill. I mean, the grill is everybody. Well, use the grill. You see the beautiful color. That's a beautiful medium. Ooh, that was so good. That's Miss Kanisha in the background. She also does my decorations, but also she also is my maitre d' when I need her. I believe in bringing a full service experience when I do these. Anytime I get over about 6 people, I always bring in help, either sous chef or maitre d', because a lot of times I can't do it all. I can't sit there and I can't be in the kitchen doing what I need to do, making sure the food comes out as perfect as possible, and also making sure the guests are well taken care of. So I always bring in help. Look at that beautiful pour, that Cajun beurre blanc. Oh, my mouth water. That Cajun beurre blanc sauce. Ooh, 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 ooh. And now for the best course, not the last course. We should start with it first. Is pecan pie, sugarcane pecan pie. All I do is substitute some of the corn syrup with sugarcane syrup, and then when it comes out the oven, I pour over a nice little bit of some bourbon, so you get a nice little snap, crackle, pop, nice and Rice crispy. Appreciate y'all coming to watch the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and just let your boy know how I'm doing out here, right? This channel is for you. It's for you. I want to give you what you want on this adventure to becoming one of the best personal chefs, or just becoming one of the best chefs on this journey, what I'm trying to do, right? So stick with me. Let's go on this journey together. All right. See y'all next episode.